Hi, folks. This is Lee Gettess with the Market Sense for the week of August 31st, 2010, heading into Labor Day. The charts we use come from the Trade Navigator software. That's from Genesis Financial Technologies in Colorado. Starting with the bond market, well, it seems like a broken record. Obviously, they've had a pretty amazing uptrend here recently, and even the current week has gone above the resistance. The little blue line there is 134.24. I don't know if I should just assume that that's sloppy because the volatility is so high, or if they might be just on their way to test the old high at 135.19, or maybe even going up above 137. But I really think they ought to trade down to support, which is the green line there is the 131.24 area. That's what I still think they ought to do that. They might do it just on the employment report, but Friday's employment report is where the big problem occurs, I guess you could say. Uh, that report can cause such wild swings, and they could blow through either side of this. So, and that's leading into a 3-day weekend, so a very difficult time to get positioned or assume you know what they're going to do because there's nothing predictable about the employment report, really. Moving to stocks, which of course could also be buffeted by that employment report, they've had a rather quiet week so far, just remaining inside the previous week. They have held support down at the lows there. Let's call it the 1040 area, and that coincides with these swing lows back here before they made the low back in here. These lows are all right in the same area. I think this ought to be good for a bounce. I think they ought to head up into this area, which is 1075, and maybe even go up into the 1085 area. But I don't know that that's necessarily the beginning of anything. I think they ought to go that high, but I'm not sure they'll go a lot higher. We could be turning down and even taking out that low you can see there in the big picture. And here again, whatever major move occurs might very well occur Friday. You've got the employment report, then a 3-day weekend. Awfully tough time to try and get positioned. So, I hope you can find something you can get yourself involved in, but please be very careful, and that's certainly what we're doing. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you again next week.